Hey, I'm Joe, welcome to Better Coffee. Today we're going to talk about why water quality matters. So we have a 3-group boiler that was made in the year 2000 from a La Marzocco Linea. It's actually from an FB70, which is a different body style, but it's all the same inside. So this is the volumetric version. So we have our solenoid valves down here below. They were talking to some flow meters on the board. But what we're really going to focus on today is all of this stuff, this crusty stuff, and this kind of very sketchy looking crusty stuff inside. What is that? It's scale and corrosion together combined. When we don't filter and soften our water properly, then some of the things that are in it want to interact with the metals here and deposit themselves, especially when there isn't enough movement going on and the machine is sitting hot for long periods of time, which in a commercial environment, that's usually the case. The recommended instructions from almost any manufacturer or technician are to basically turn it on and leave it on until it dies. There's reasons for that we'll talk about in another video, but we're going to focus on the effect of bad water quality today. So the water for the coffee comes into the boiler. The boiler's totally full of water, and then it's sitting in these kind of arms here, and then it'll come out, go down to the valve, come back in, come through this tube here, and then come through the shower screen to make our coffee when we request it. But we have all this water sitting very close to boiling, just a couple degrees under, usually, like 93, 95 degrees Celsius. And hot water wants to leave behind whatever it can, and it will also interact with metals because there is ionization that happens when you have two different metals touching and there's water. So basically, we have the perfect conditions to take whatever's in the water and leave it in the machine. And that's what we don't want to happen because you can see it causes problems. So what can we do about it? We can filter our water. And we need the right type of water filter for the stuff that's in the water that we want to take out. So it's going to vary region to region. There's a couple of things that we can do that are going to make a big difference kind of no matter where we are. We want to pass it through a very small membrane filter, just take out any big physical particles. We're going to want to put it through an activated charcoal filter to absorb a lot of the other things that could be in there, chlorine, stuff like that. And then we're going to want to pass it through a softening substrate, basically, to pick up any excess calcium or things like that that are suspended in the water that we don't want building up in our coffee machine. So if you filter your water, this won't happen nearly as much, or in the best case scenario at all, and that will help the life of your equipment, but it will also help the taste of your coffee, because as you can imagine, this is going to affect the taste, so we don't want that.